Yeah, so Shivangi, like I was just reading about this podcast that went down for like 10 years. They're celebrating their 10-year anniversary.
How are they together for so long? I mean,
Bro, I mean like 10 years does seem like a long time, but 10, I mean 10 years.
do you like, are you really thinking 10 years is a good idea?
So are you saying like how long do you think like I mean like this is legit the place where we have to talk about our relationship okay, like
Yeah, this is okay. So we've been trying to just, drag our asses for like a year, but what do we really do now? This is like that,
bro, like this is
right?
like a whole ass conversation, okay? Like where do we stand? Like do you think like how long do you think we're going to last?
Who cares about that? Let's just go with the flow. Why are
Did
you being so
you
difficult?
did you legit just say who cares? Like this podcast is
Yeah,
our baby.
not that serious. Please.
Are you like I don't want to be invested into this like if I have no future here, all right? Can you please stop smiling? I'm legit not like joking about this right now.
Neither am I. This you are making this very funny. Why are you
How am I
acting like this
making
is
it
such a big deal?
funny? It is a big
You
deal,
are.
Shivangi.
It's
It
not, not a big
flows.
deal at all. It's a thing we started. Let's just go with the flow. Why do we have to like put a
My
label
God.
on this? Like,
But like if I know that in 10 years this is going to amount to nothing, I don't want to be invested in it.
hardly we're just 19. I don't think we should look at a future. Like,
Bro, but
let's
like
just
why are we doing this if it's going to amount to nothing?
who knows it's gonna amount to nothing, but like we can't
So
define
then why
things,
don't we
right?
plan?
Let's
Like
just
why don't
let
we
it be.
plan so that it amounts to something?
Why do you want to plan? Life is unpredictable. Let it take its course.
Jesus Christ, you saying let it take its course. Right, you out of all of this just shows how committed you are to this.
I
But
never
if you're going to
said I
like
was
keep
committed.
laughing about this, I don't think I really want to like do this. Let's just like get into the episode. I don't think I can like do
Fine,
this if we're just going to laugh
fine.
about
I
all
don't
this.
want to talk about this either. It's so stupid.
Yeah, right, your face is stupid. Hello and welcome back to Privilege
Your
Check,
voice
a
is
podcast.
stupid.
Yeah, go ahead and cut my intro off. Go ahead.
Yes,
Anyway, you want to cut
yes.
this whole podcast off in like a few years. So,
Can't even be serious anymore. This is such a realistic and uh, acting of the entire thing. God, you like aced the jealous girlfriend trope to the T. Literally aced it. In case our listeners did not get it, we were fooling around because we were
yeah.
trying to think of like episode ideas for the anniversary month, and we were like, oh, what do we do? And we came across this podcast that had like 10 years. We were like, how is it even possible? Like, how are people committed for that long? And then we just made a skit out of it, and
Yeah.
we were like, yeah, let's just start with that, like, why not? So, yeah,
Okay. Anyway,
cool.
to everybody
So
who's
now
here.
listeners are done having their heart attack. We can like move on to the episode. So, Loveleen, tell
Hello.
us what we're doing or introduce yourself.
The lag is killing me. The lag is killing me. Okay.
Oh,
I think this
oh, I
entire
forgot.
episode is already a mess.
It's chaos. It's a chaos.
Yeah. All hell has broken loose because we tried to have a little
Yeah,
fun. This is why we don't have fun here.
yeah.
This
This
thing
is
is
why we stick to plans and structure
yeah. Yeah.
instead of being funny.
Yeah. So, hello and welcome back to Privilege Check, a podcast where two girls from different backgrounds come together to unveil the reality of modern society. I'm Loveleen.
And I'm Shivangi.
In this episode, go ahead, Shivangi, say it. It's your cue.
In this episode, we are not going to talk about anything in particular. what we had is, I know you've spoken about being emo and whatnot, that we were gonna push it for like the last episode, and that's what we intend to do. Except we don't really know how to navigate being emo. So we're gonna take help of a little amazing AI software that Zoom has partnered with, and it's like made our life so much better. Like, so we're just gonna use it, and here it goes. We're gonna use Dive. Can you see it?
I can.
Cool, cool. I'm just gonna put it full screen. Great.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna play not games, by the way. We're just gonna play like question kind of thingies. I think that's what it we have in mind. Like just who knows each other better, not those kind of things, but like just
Yeah, I think
memories
you.
and whatnot. You
Yeah,
can
I
get
think.
to know us kind of episode
Yeah.
without having a script change really.
So yeah, you'll get to know a lot of things about us today, and we hope you like that.
Oh
Because
my
a lot
god.
of you have been like questioning us, like, why don't we talk about ourselves? And like,
Yeah,
they'd
yeah.
like to know, like, the people, like we say we're from different backgrounds, and they'd like to know. We had put
Yeah.
up a question sticker for
Yeah.
our 1 year anniversary, and we wanted you guys to like suggest what you wanted to know. And a lot of people flooded in saying that, we'd really like to, like, you should do like a who knows who better, and you should do like all these fun things. And like, you guys asked a lot of personal questions to us, like, where we're from, what do we do, and things about each other. And yeah, I think there was one particular question that I really, really liked. And before we go on to the games and indirectly addressing all of that, I want to address that one particular question that was very, very interesting. And I got it on my profile of like the question sticker that I added. It says, "Why is Shivangi so cute?"
Only God knows.
Yeah, we'll figure who has sent that later.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Please don't ever disclose the identity because I would
Yeah.
love to assume that it is not one of my 1, 2, 3, 4 friends who must have done it. So yeah, let
Okay.
the identity never be disclosed. Amazing.
Yeah.
So I think
Okay.
we're all set to venture into the episode. So we finally settled on one, which I'm not like very sure about, but I'll vibe with it, I guess. So we can start
Yeah.
now.
Who?
We have like 2 people in the company. I hardly think we can answer this question. Oh
I
wait,
think I'm
but we
going
need to
to
like say
answer
the
this
question
and
out
say
loud
myself.
because like this is an audio episode as well, so we'll have to get the question to say the question.
Yep.
So the first
Okay.
question is, who's really kicking ass in the company? Who do you admire?
Myself.
I don't admire anybody. I think both of us are slacking. So nobody,
Wow, you're being
none
like
of us
so
are.
diplomatic and politically correct right now. She's like, both of us are so great. Like, man ही मन
No,
बोलते हैं शिवांगी is superstar.
I no, I said both of us are slacking. I said
Oh,
both of us suck. What are you hearing right now? I said none of us are putting the efforts we put in at first, and none of us are putting efforts at this podcast with us. Both suck at it.
yeah.
Nobody's giving it anything. So yeah, this is just going with the flow as we started. Yeah, I don't admire anybody. Chalo.
Okay.
Is that answer final? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Done.
Chalo. What are we not doing that we should be doing? Oh my god,
Effort.
so much. Yes.
Putting in a lot of efforts. We respecting our schedule. Yeah.
Yeah. And loving what we're doing, I think. I think that's something that's missing as well. What's the number one problem with the organization? Why?
Us.
Yeah. Privilege check does not deserve two irresponsible people, or like not irresponsible, how do I put it? But like
Irresponsible is like,
objectively,
yeah.
yeah, a little too much. But like, how do I put it like objectively? Like two careless people. Privilege check does not deserve two careless people. That's it.
Yeah.
They need to learn to give more care, but they don't have the time and all of that things you already know about. Next question.
It deserves more dedication, to be precise.
It does deserve more dedication. Next question is, what's the biggest opportunity that we are missing out on?
I know the answer to this.
Collaborations.
Yeah, definitely.
We're not collaborating as much as we should. As a podcast that literally extends geopolitical spaces, like we could literally be talking to people from Canada and still have a conversation about privilege, or talk to people from like Australia and still have a conversation about privilege, yet we're not doing it because of busy schedules or whatever. So yeah, collaborations is the biggest opportunity that we're missing out on.
I want to
Entirely
take
our
this up. I don't want to miss out this opportunity and grab it and say that if you are looking for collaborating and you feel like it is a good thing to invest in collaborating with Privilege Check, we are definitely open to collaborations, and you will find our email in the description. So you can just email us that, hey, or you can DM us on Instagram and we will respond, or DM us on Twitter. So we will respond to that request for collaboration. ASAP.
Yeah, I really think people will be very interested in collaborating with people who just said that they don't put efforts in their podcast. I mean, it's like a really great sales pitch you have
Oh,
made right now.
yeah.
Thank you so much. We're definitely
Yeah.
getting
If you
collaboration.
want me to make a pitch, I'll make a pitch, but
Yeah. But cool, I don't, let's not make this an essay. The next question is, what don't you like about the product in this aspect of the serial podcast?
um, I think I don't like people who listen to half the podcast and give their opinions.
I think this means more about like what don't you like about the way the podcast is created or like produced. Or, I think they
Yeah,
mean that.
I know, but I
Like
also
I
just
love how
wanted to
Loveleen just
say
shies
that
away. Yeah, I love how Loveleen just shies away from talking about like the problems here. She's like, no, this is
I'll divert the topic ASAP. I think I don't like ours again. Like, I feel like the dedication is a little low at this point, at least, as compared to the previous year, of course.
yeah. I think that the product still doesn't have a voice for some reason. Like it's so weird because our sense of humor is the same and our like the way we talk about things is the kind of the same thing. Yet I sometimes feel like it's missing on certain promotional material. Like
Yeah.
on some material it's just so obvious. It's the Shivangi and Loveleen saying we're so sarcastic, we're so political.
Yeah.
On other things we're just like very, very and I just don't like how it's not consistent. So I really feel we don't have a consistent
Yeah.
voice.
I think the problem also is that the voice of the podcast changes with our mood, right? So we are
Yeah, yeah.
two people like who do not fit into a mold. So there are days that we could be talking about the about like this about Lok Sabha, about Lok Sabha probably, but then the next minute we're talking about Splitsvilla. So that's
Yeah.
what like the podcast transcends into as well. Like there are times that we are like super intellectual and we're talking about it and we have a structure. But then there are other days when we're using dive to talk about ourselves
To
instead of
make an
having a
episode,
structural
yeah.
episode, right?
Yeah,
So I think that's where the podcast lacks, because I feel like when somebody's coming to the podcast, I don't think anybody in this world is coming to listen to us as ourselves, knowing the
yeah, we're
kind of
not.
people we are. So we cannot
Yeah.
sell ourselves
Knowing that
at all.
we
Nobody
don't
likes
sell
us.
ourselves. Yeah. Exactly. Knowing that nobody likes us, we're like liked by only few people. So we really don't put an effort in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like the fact that the podcast really, it's been a year and it still doesn't have a voice. This was supposed to be like looking back. Why is this becoming like a whole criticism
है
kind
ना?
of boardroom session
है
right
ना?
now?
Because we
I don't like
chose
it.
one on one,
It's 1 year.
yaar.
Yeah, what rubbish is this? Fuck. Okay, next question.
Celebration. Hmm.
If we could, next question is if we could improve in any way, how would we do it?
God,
Man, all of these questions have the
shut
same
up,
answer.
move.
That's really depressing now that we have.
Please move,
I don't have an
Shivangi.
answer
I
to this.
don't want to see this.
Yeah. Next question is if you were me, what changes would you make?
If I was Shivangi and Shivangi was Loveleen, what would
Yeah, that's the kind of thing. I will know what changes would I make.
I really don't have an answer to this. I like literally don't.
Same.
Like it's
I don't
really
have an answer
weird.
either. I mean, the thing is, I don't think there's anything wrong in like what each of us are doing. Like we have our own commitments or whatever. I can't change anything the way we're taking this forward.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if there's like anything I would want to change if I were you, I literally would just change the fact that you should join on time. That's all. That's all I would change. That's all. That's it.
Uh,
Nothing else comes up. Like I think the videos are
yeah.
fine, and I think
Hmm.
we both agree on the fact that the logo needs to be developed. So I don't think that's a change that you or la 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 la. So that's
Hmm.
it. I literally don't have anything else.
Hmm.
It's just time.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else, or should I move on?
If I were you, what I would want to change about you? Um, I don't want to say this like to everybody, right?
Just put it on the chat then. What do you want to
Yeah.
change?
No, I'll just speak to tell you afterwards. But like, honestly, like,
No, put it on the chat.
I
I
think
want to know now.
I
I'll
no,
comment
shut
later.
up. No, let's like go with the episode, right? Okay, Shivangi, like, see, this is what I want to change. Like, she's so um curious
Are you
about
going to
everything.
literally? Are you going?
Shut
I'm
up.
a journalist. That's my
Shut
job.
up.
What
Shut
law
up.
are you
No,
fighting
you just
right
need to
now?
like you are so impulsive. I think both of us are impulsive. That's the thing. Like
I
we just
can't believe
lose track
somebody
and connection
who's
about
like
everything.
a 4-year-old is telling me that I'm impulsive. I sing one song in front of you and you are like right on Google trying to see कौन सा song गा रही है, like all of that.
Yeah.
I literally the tab with Chris meaning and you were like, let me say what Chris means.
No, I told you that I saw the tab of Chris meaning because you searched it, and I was like, I can't help but see that you have searched
Yeah.
the meaning of the
Yeah.
word Chris. I was like, what
Yes,
is
while
wrong
I
with
was
this
telling
woman?
you intensely about things, you were like, no, 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 let's see what is the Chris, why is she looking at Chris?
Yeah, I was
Yes.
like, why is she
But
suddenly
what is
looking
the
at
answer?
Chris? Like, why does she need to know the meaning of Chris?
Next question is, are you happy working here? I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I
I'm
think there are
happy
times
at
I'm
times.
really happy, but I'm not happy when we keep speaking over each other. So, yeah, but anyway, I think like in general, it's like a great thing to be working on the podcast and everything. But there are days when it just gets so hectic and we need to manufacture things. We're just producing so much and it gets a little too annoying at times. Just like, oh God, I don't want to do this again. But
Yeah,
most part of it, yes,
like
it's a whole therapy session.
I'm happy. Like I don't know why I'm more happy when I'm not recording. Like it's weird. Like when I'm recording, I have this sudden intense pressure to say things that keep up the reputation of the podcast. But like when we're just chatting and
Yeah,
everything, we just say
yeah,
rubbish things, and I'm more.
yeah.
It's because we've been burned out for a year, right? So I like when I'm having light conversations more than I'm having heavy conversations, which is what we
Mm.
do on the podcast.
Yeah, but also the thing that, so I don't know if a lot of people know this, but we are much smarter when we're texting than we are on the podcast. And I don't know why that happens, but I feel like Shivangi and I would sit down and randomly discuss very, very politically aware issues. We would discuss we'd discuss really heavy topics, right? And we'd have like a whole conversation about it, and we'd like uh, go on about that, and we'd actually, if you read our chats, there's so much that we talk about that's not like just hey, what's going on and all of that. And I feel like sometimes that does not translate into our episode. And I look back at some episodes and I'm like, why do I sound so dumb? Like, why do I sound the way I do, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit too annoying. Like, I just want, I don't know, it just doesn't work out sometimes.
Yeah, it's really, really pathetic at times. And I feel like I only am happy when an episode turns out great. Like I'm never happy
Yeah.
doing an episode. It's only when I somehow by some force of like I don't know, nature, the episode turns out great and intellectual, then I'm super happy with
Yeah,
the way the
yeah,
podcast and everything. But then when I don't feel like putting in effort and I do not put in effort, I don't like it. Like it's very circumstantial and conditional. It's
hmm,
I need success to be happy.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
way I
yeah.
function.
I think that makes two of us, right? Because, like, for example,
Yeah.
the last episode I was happy about would possibly be double standards, and I wasn't like
Yeah.
very happy about it until I got like good response for it. I
Yeah.
produced it and I was like, yeah, this all sounds great, but I want to see results. And when I saw results, when I saw feedback, like, hey, this episode's like great, like you guys make sense and all of that. That's when I was like, okay, yeah, now I feel like I've accomplished something. Now I feel like I'm worth it, right? But
Yeah.
otherwise, it was just like, yeah, okay, cool, that's something. But yeah,
Yeah.
there are very few episodes where I'm just recently there've been very few episodes where I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. But also like I feel like I was much happier when we were doing only um audio episodes because I was not at all conscious. I feel like during video episodes we are so much more conscious about how we're sitting, what we're wearing, what we're doing. Do we look okay?
Yeah.
Is my hair okay? Like I am literally in the most uncomfortable position right now. And
Yeah.
there have been legit times where Shivangi and I are like sitting without back support just so that like the video is recorded well. There have been so many times we sat without fans, and it's just
Mm.
so like video episodes get like a little more annoying than audio episodes,
I
and
don't
I feel
think
like
we're getting traction also on video episodes, right? Like, I know we
yeah,
started it because we were like traction milega, but we're getting same kind of views, but sometimes less views than we get on audio episodes. So it's just a little
exactly.
annoying that that's a thing we're doing because I don't like it as well, and it's just too much work as well when we don't get reception for it as much as we should, right? So yeah, I'm not sure. I really don't like video episodes anymore. Like, just pisses me off
It's too
to show
much
my face.
efforts for something that's just going to get
Yeah.
minimum views.
Yeah, it's difficult to put efforts when there's like no reception. So yeah, I don't know why we're being like such manipulative people on an anniversary episode. But yeah, I'm just gonna move to the next question. It's not your fault, guys. We're not doing it
Yeah,
properly. That's
because
all.
like it's not their fault because anybody who's listening to this has been here
Yeah,
and appreciate that.
yeah, we love it.
Okay.
I don't know why this is turning depressing. This was supposed to be emo in
Can
a
we
like
like just do
nostalgic
birthday
way.
bash because like birthday is supposed to be happy. I stand living proof to otherwise, but okay.
Shut up. You went to what? You went to where? Where you went to? What was it?
Yeah.
Lonavala. That's a happy birthday. I don't want to hear a argument against it. The best birthday somebody could have given. What did you buy for yourself this birthday? Or
I
I don't even
did.
want to hear this from Loveleen.
I
You didn't
bought
buy anything, right?
I did. I bought something for my birthday.
You what?
I bought something for my birthday. I did this year I did buy something for myself.
What did you buy? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I bought aloe fruit juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like expensive juice? Like, is that the thing?
It's 40 rupees. It's more expensive than your Tetra Pak ka real or Tropicana ka juice. But it's aloe fruit juice with berries. So I bought that.
Okay. Are you going to like store this in a crest or something? Is that why you thought this was a
No,
birthday gift for yourself?
no. I bought it and I drank it on my birthday. I don't know why. I went grocery shopping and I was like, I never buy like aloe fruit, right? Because it's like, comparatively expensive. So I was like, I'm gonna splurge on my birthday and buy aloe fruit juice. And I bought like salted caramel chocolate. And I was like, I'm gonna like eat this and drink this on my birthday. I don't know why I was so excited about it. And I thought you'd react differently, but everybody I've told this have made fun of me. Like it's just juice, it's just chocolate. And by your face, I feel like I see that coming, but well, you make your own
Yeah,
sugar cake, so please don't start with it.
but at least it's cake. It's a birthday thing. Who the hell buys juice on their birthday? That's
I
sad
mean,
food.
it's comparatively expensive juice, right? Have you ever drank
How is
arrow fruit berry juice?
yes? Why would I drink juice? I'm 19 years old. I'm supposed to eat carbs all day long. Not eat, not drink juice. What rubbish is this? And yes, people who don't know Raveen's birthday was on 17th.
Anybody who
Just
doesn't know my birthday is just pathetic. I share it with like the supreme dictator of India.
क्या
So
लवलीन तुमने तो बड़ा like broadcast करके रखा है ना तुम्हारा बर्थडे 17 को लोग को पता कैसे चलेगा? Didn't even
I
put it
know
on
like
privilege chat.
anybody who like forgets my birthday is so pathetic. You just have to look it up on the internet. Like not as
Yeah,
Lovelin's
Raveen
birthday, but
तुम्हारी
like
birthday कहाँ था?
technically.
Yeah, okay. What do we, this just question does not apply for me. I have not had my birthday yet, but I hardly think I'm going to buy anything. Uh, shouldn't this be like more podcast birthday? What we didn't buy anything for a podcast because we don't have money for from a
Oh
podcast.
yeah, I
So
should. I just forgot that because it was like my birthday ko abhi hua, so I can
why is
talk
she
about this.
ranting about her? Yeah, I was just wondering why is she ranting about her own birthday? This is not a Loveleen Palan podcast.
I mean, it
She
should
forgot.
be. It would be like so much more interesting. Like my life is so interesting.
People would love to hear about a girl who bought a 40 rupees juice for her birthday gift. It's definitely interesting content.
Yeah.
What's your okay? Next question is what's your most memorable incident this year?
Like by this year, I'm just going to talk about this past year. Um.
Related to the podcast, huh?
Yeah. Related to the podcast.
Don't get too yeah.
I think collaborations were the most memorable incident because I feel like we interacted with like two different kinds of people and we had a very varied experience. So I think for podcast, I think podcast related was that. Oh, also my most memorable incident this past year has been Shivangi's reel reaching 5K.
I was going to say us getting followers finally. That could be my most memorable incident this year.
Yeah, but 5K as well. It was so weird because we reached 5K, which I mean, to some people might be like 5K, but like for us, it was 5K. And yeah, like our followers didn't increase, which was so pathetic. We just got flat.
Didn't we have like 77 followers or something when the reel hit like 5K? So it's a big thing, but yeah. It didn't happen after that, sadly. I don't know I don't know what we did back then, but we did something.
Yeah.
Next question is what do you want to tell your 16-year-old self?
I think this is personal.
No, but like let's make this. What do you want to tell your Pichla Saal self, like when we started the podcast?
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. Why don't you just go ahead first?
I was gonna suggest you go ahead first.
Okay, fine. I'll go. I'll go. No worries. When I started the podcast, I want to tell myself that it's going to be very difficult. It's not going to be as easy as you think. You're not going to be able to like hit people, and people aren't going to like respond to you the way you think they are. You're going to feel bad about certain episodes. You're not always going to manufacture or produce episodes that are of superior quality. You are going to become very dumb in the course of a year. You're going to say dumb things, and you're not going to care about it. So yeah, just and do not side part your hair. Those are the things I'd say.
Yeah. What would I want to say? Everything. Okay, Shivangi. Everything you receive, every comment or every criticism you're getting, it's not a reflection of your self-worth. So like, don't ever think that nobody like wants to hear what you're saying just because we have only one listener. And I think Shivangi, just don't move too directly into the camera because it's not cute. It's really not cute. It's not cute at all. Don't do it. And just try not to fidget, okay? I know I'm not doing it, I'm fidgeting as well. But I really hope that if I tell my 1-year-old self that she doesn't fidget, somehow things will happen and I won't fidget in this episode. That's about it. I'm gonna move to the next question. If we were to give you an award on your birthday for something, what would it be?
Most
Most
resilient
underrated
podcast.
podcast.
Okay, that works as well. I was thinking very specific things like most dedicated, most like
Yeah,
resilient, most whatever. But yeah, underrated works.
yeah,
I think we have a very niche audience, like very niche.
yeah. I think the problem is that like while everybody loves to talk about privilege and whatnot, there are very few people who actually actualize acknowledging their privilege, right? That's what happens. The way we look at privilege is very different from the way people look at it. That's the thing. Cool. So next question is, what's your most embarrassing birthday memory? I'm gonna skip this. It doesn't
No,
apply to
no, there
us.
is an embarrassing birthday memory considering this 1 year we completed. So
What memory do we have that's embarrassing?
yeah, so this is like we were supposed to have like a whole anniversary month, right? And we had everything planned, and not a single thing has been produced according to plan. Not one single thing. We had great plans. He live jayenge hum, and we're going to go live, and people can ask us questions, and we'll interact and all of that. Kuch nahi hua. Like legit, not a single thing happened. Like our anniversary episode was late. We didn't have the time to record on our anniversary. We like almost forgot. Like, oh my god, this is like a huge day for us, and we were able to like promote it like at night. And yeah,
Yeah.
so that's very embarrassing.
It's been more embarrassing because for like 6 months we whined about not getting followers. Why is nobody listening to us? Just for us to like not be consistent when it comes to promotion. That's all it is.
Well, let's move to the next thing.
Cool. So now this question is, what is your party survival hack? We've never been to parties. I'm sorry. The only party I've been to is like a birthday party for like 5-year-olds. We'll move on from this question to conceal my embarrassment. Okay. Next question is, what's the most fun thing you've done during your birthday?
On our 1 year anniversary, we were both working for the entire day.
Yeah, very fun. Probably like the dream,
Yeah.
the Indian dream, Indian podcast dream, working all day long. Next question, what has changed compared to your previous birthday? We've never had a previous birthday.
Yeah.
Next question is, what are the 5 new things you did this year? Oh, nice. Love this.
Okay, like
Start.
finally a question that makes sense.
Yeah. But we won't be able to answer because that's 5 new things. I don't think we've done anything.
Yeah,
We've
but like
just,
mid-year, we started unscripted episodes. We started Privilege Take. We started Recast. We started with Reels, and we started with Twitter.
you're really serious about these 5 things, huh? You're like, yeah, definitely those are new things we did this year.
I mean, like we didn't initially start them, so
Yeah, got it. Okay. So, okay. Nothing to say for this, honestly. Like, I have no idea what new thing we did except from what Loveleen already mentioned. So, yeah, let's move on to the next question. This is getting boring now. What the hell?
I just want to wrap it as quick.
Yeah. If you had the whole of today to yourself, what would you do?
Bro, please don't even get me started.
I don't
My
have an
current
answer to this one.
obsession is painting, so yes, that, but it's boring things.
Oh my God, I have literally since morning, I had a submission today and I have to work on it, right? Since morning, all I wanted to do was just read. Like, I have literally left a book at such a bad cliffhanger. And I'm just so mad that I can't just read it because it's like 14 more chapters left. I despise the fact that I can't read because I have to work. Fuck yeah, this was boring as heck.
Yeah. Okay, so like Guy was saying, that was fun. It was fun for us to answer a few questions and pathetic for the others. So yeah, I think that is it from us for this episode.
So thank you for listening to Privilege Check podcast. If you like this episode, then please leave a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Don't forget to follow us on our socials. That's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter at Privilege Check. That's PRIVILEGECHK. Don't forget to like this YouTube video, hit the bell icon for notifications, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you are listening to it to this episode on any other audio streaming platforms other than YouTube, you can find us on YouTube at Privilege Check. And here's to an enlightened life.